We're chatting Cleveland Browns rumors now. Could they bring back Sheldon Richardson? Now, we mentioned before how Kevin Stefanski expressed some hope. Well, now the GM also throwing it out there as well, a maybe. Now, remember, the Browns cut Richardson after they signed Clowney. They saved a little over $12 million in cap space doing that. But Andrew Berry says he's at least open to a potential return. Here's exactly what the GM had to say. Quote, I think it is certainly possible. Obviously, it's something that has to work for all parties involved, but we like Sheldon. He was a productive member of our team and a big part of our success last year. If it ends up being the right fit, that alignment is certainly something we would welcome. So make your predictions then. Assign a percent chance here, if you will, that the Browns bring back Sheldon Richardson. I will read between lines of the quote there. When he means fit, it means money. So make your predictions, percent chance the Browns actually bring back Sheldon. Now on the defensive line, DT is a bit of a question mark here. Andrew Billings opted out last year. He's back. They did sign Malik Jackson as well after he was dumped by Philadelphia. Spent I'm pretty sure the third-round pick on Jordan Elliott in terms of another option there. Sheldon Day was signed. I think you might see Clowney play some interior reps as well. But if the Browns can bring back Richardson on the cheap, and I think they offered him a pay cut first, then cut him, if they could get him back for about the pay cut price tag, I think it makes some sense. Like, Richardson is a good, not great, football player. He would definitely help this organization, and we've seen him help them, of course, too, as an interior defensive lineman. I don't think anyone is going to break the bank on Richardson right now. Not at his age, not in this salary cap climate, not at this stage of the NFL offseason. So I think the Browns at some level were like, okay, Sheldon, go find more money. If you don't, though, you know what? We will bring you back, but they will let the NFL draft play out first. So that does matter to me. If the Browns take a defensive lineman early, whether it's a Barmore in round 1 or heck someone in the top 75, I do think that would significantly reduce the chance of Sheldon Richardson coming back to Cleveland. So this is one to monitor after the NFL draft. Once you know who the Browns pick, I think we'll have a better feel for what route they could end up going. More Cleveland Browns rumors here. Are they going to draft an edge rusher? I think there is a possibility. In fact, might be the most likely of the options, not like the locked-in one, but at least possible there. There were a couple names here, Joe Tyron among them, who we'll get back to here more in depth. Before we do that, though, the edge rusher depth chart for Cleveland. There's Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney. Technically, you might go, oh, yeah, this makes sense. They're fine, right? Remember, Clowney and McKinley are on one-year deals. And my suspicion, of course not yet proven because it can't be proven until they say it publicly, is that Clowney in particular will probably play a decent amount on the inside. And if he plays well, he'll probably cash in somewhere else in free agency. So NFL Network's Daniel Jeremiah mentioned two names that could be in play for Cleveland at the back end of round 1. First up is Joe Tyron, the edge rusher out of Washington. Now, he is a one-year wonder. Had a fantastic pro day, though, for the Huskies. He did opt out in 2020, so the last time we saw him was all the way back in 2019. And I thought he was a bit up and down. The production looks okay. 12.5 tackles for loss, 8 sacks in 13 games. There's definitely some rawness there. But as an outside edge rusher, he is appealing to me. There are definitely traits and upside to work with. I don't love him in round 1. That is early for where I would take him. But I think the NFL in general is fairly high on him. There's also Gregory Rousseau, the second name mentioned here by Daniel Jeremiah as a round 1 target for Cleveland. Now, great production in 2019. Like, he was, the numbers say he was dominant. However, the translatable production is not great. Rousseau won a lot beating up on guards, using his length at like 245 pounds, his playing weight there. And he does not have the ideal end or bend and dip and all that stuff to win off the edge. Frankly, I think his best path might be to bulk up and be a Calais Campbell type player. But that's adding a lot of weight versus what he played. He was under 250 in 2019. That is scary if you're looking for an edge rusher there. So I think in general, maybe the NFL was always there, but at least media-wise, Rousseau's stock has dropped. I think the NFL, wants him a lot. They think he's going to be really good. I wonder if I was wrong on that one. I wouldn't love either of these guys, the Browns, in round 1, but it wouldn't be the worst pick necessarily either. So who do you think the Browns are going to take in round 1 of this year's NFL draft? Is it an edge rusher, a defensive tackle? Maybe they go safety again? There's a lot of different routes this team could end up going. So make your predictions for me in the comments section. Who do you believe the Browns are going to draft in round 1 of this year's draft class?